Welcome back, guys, to our second episode of the Climb virtual reality stream hosted by Crytek. So last time, I think we had a pretty good show. We have shown U2 levels, we had a UI designer on the show, and we promised you some beef between Bonnie, my co-host, and myself. That won't gonna happen today because we have something more exciting for you. Next week is Gamescom, and I think a lot of you guys are excited to see Oculus Touch in action. You will get your chance on Gamescom to get your hands on that device to play our game at the convention. But now, today, exclusively, 1 week before we show you some active gameplay with Oculus Touch today and give you a chance to ask questions in chat live. So my name is Basti and Bonnie. I'm community manager for everything VR at Crytek. And I would love to introduce our today's guest and again, our co-host to you. So at first, today's guest is Onurhan K. I'm not going to slaughter your family name. Producer at the Climb.
Hello.
At Crytek. Onurhan, so what is your the exact job you have here at Crytek, and what does a producer do? In a short sentence.
So you want the short version?
The short version. We have later on time for the long version.
So it's technically making sure that the timeline is adhered to when you produce the game with the team, and it's mostly a lot of high level, low level, mid level management and problem solving, let's say.
So he's a problem solver, and you know a lot about Oculus Touch, right?
Well, we were one of the first teams to get our hands on it, so we kinda do.
So perfect for today. So, and as always, Bonnie, our brand manager for the Climb, and Robinson for everything about VR. Hi, Bonnie.
Hello. This week again is me.
So we wanted to have a beef, you remember, guys, the challenge, who's better in playing the Climb, and while we surely know that's me, obviously, we thought about that. Showing you guys Oculus Touch, as I said, 1 week before the convention, is kind of a little bit more exciting than the beef, because we all know how that will turn out at the end. So after Gamescom, when we are back, and when we have recovered, it is still time. It's time.
Remember,
Come, Bonnie.
go Bonnie. Still.
So
it's on.
hashtag go Bonnie, hashtag go Basti.
Yeah, actually I googled it, go Bonnie, after the show.
We found some really odd results, right?
Yes, there's some political campaign associated with go Bonnie.
So we don't want to use that. If you feel curious, you can search the hashtag Google campaign go Bonnie or leave it be. So I would say just start playing, show my incredible skills in playing the Climb with Oculus Touch. And after that, it's time for you, because I've heard you're a pretty good touch player.
Show us your incredible
touch player.
Exactly.
skills. Hey, now.
So as always, I show you my VR face. This time I promise I try to keep my mouth a little bit closed for a time.
I need to say,
like 50
I need to say
seconds.
hello to few people.
Yeah, feel free to say hello,
Tech
Bonnie.
Monkey.
Hello,
and the-
Tech Monkey.
And the Dunch and Arv. Can you read this?
Rubbity cats.
Robert Cats
Yeah.
and the
That's incredibly funny in German, though.
Pilger.
That must be German.
So
Hello Germans
here it is.
Not all of them.
and others.
Oculus Touch. Maybe the first time someone actually streamed with that thing.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
not sure. Maybe?
I don't know.
Let's roll. We said Alps easy, right?
As you wish. You want to go tourist mode? You sure you don't want to do tourist mode?
No, I don't want to do. I'm not doing tourist mode here. Seriously.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's roll.
Oh, you have a chain on your.
I have a chain. Our next match we need to customize it, I think.
Yeah,
So
I want that pink leopard gloves back.
We can change it.
It suits you, Basti.
oh, there's a jumping part.
Almost.
So can you explain how you do jump with the touch controller?
So obviously we wanted to do either a button press or do the gyro motion. Let's exemplify. Basti,
Yeah.
jump up. so
So that's not how you're
Obviously.
gonna do it.
It's not obvious. Yeah.
So the idea was, as you can see, Basti and climb, right? This makes it pretty, rather a physical experience. So we thought if we just did the jumping on a button press, it would be underwhelming and not so rewarding.
Let me show you a little bit jumping.
Yeah, hit it. Yes, well done. So we didn't want to do the button part just because it's basically underwhelming in relation to the rest of it. And even in the normal game, in the gamepad gameplay, when you actually do jump, everybody love the first jump they make, which is also something to say for our level and game designers, because the very first jump that you actually make, you jump through. Oh, this is my favorite part. Look at his
amazing.
arms. Yeah, it's really good. You can actually stretch yourself a bit and then lean a bit further if you make. Yep, like that. So the very first jump you make is in Bay Easy, and you basically jump through a chasm from one column to another, and you get to feel the sense of depth as you fall. So I've seen a lot of people. We've seen a lot of people who basically make that jump and they go. Whew. So this motion that we actually call gyro jumping, because it uses the gyroscopic sensors in the touch, basically makes it happen that take a step back if you want, Basti.
Take a step back.
If you don't want to destroy equipment, yes, and then recenter.
Good.
I trust you here, guys.
No, you're fine. We're not at the pranking stage yet.
No.
It is in the script. We'll talk
believe
smack about you. But so the gyro jumping basically uses the gyro sensors in the touch, and then as you move them after a certain, as you move them with enough speed to a certain direction,
It just push you.
yeah, you
away.
just push it. It's basically it's something that is very hard to explain on paper. The best way to be able to explain it is basically, for example, when I was writing the
Block text.
blog text or the release notes or the internal communication between QA and design and whatnot, what we saw, what I said was that, hey, move it like you would move like ski buttons, and then anybody who skied would understand immediately. Most people, well, thankfully we're in Germany, so most people will be like, say what now? But then you can also jump with one hand. Basti, jump with one hand. You can aim with your other hand and basically jump. So it's
should do a higher
basically
jump,
like
right?
Oi, bye.
Okay, good.
He survived.
Good.
Oh, I got.
Oh, it's a gnome.
Oh, say hello to
Beep.
mom.
Nice.
What?
Bye bye.
Well, it falls, but
You are horrible.
Poor gnome. We killed him. Nah, he's fine, right?
Rest in peace.
was I saying something? Don't worry. Yeah, so that's the reason why I went with the gyro jumping instead of button, because as you move your arms like climbing up
This
the
is
wall
more
or the cliff
intuitive,
face.
like
Yeah,
when
exactly.
You do jumping.
If you do it a few times, people get the hang of it. There were actually some like testers who were like, and not testers, but like
Am I in tourist mode right now?
you're what?
No. That's stupid.
But you still have stamina, so you just don't
I
have.
just
talk.
watched the wrong hand because it's kind of stressful intense if you play it in touch. I like it.
Is Basti doing like playing well with touch controllers, or he's still clumsy?
I think
as
I'm
he
great,
plays
No,
on
right?
the gamepad.
He's
I'm
fine.
very sporty.
Okay.
He's fine.
Look, I just
Fine.
want to
Like he's just
show off
he's
the
very good.
shocking mechanics
And this is a new
with
other
touch because I
mechanic.
think that's really awesome.
Yeah, so this one too. We have a couple of real life climbers in the team. So what happens is climbers carry a chalk bag either behind their like shoulder,
Really?
or sometimes here, sometimes at their hip. So we experimented a lot. So as people know, we don't necessarily have a body that is visually represented in the game, but we thought, okay, so maybe we put a chalk bag at the hip, so you have to take your hand down and do the chalking, or we put it behind and then you basically do this motion. There will be some if there aren't just yet, there will be some VR games out there where you have guns, so you basically reload the gun using the touch. in a similar way.
Okay.
Also,
remember
if you have something like a sword, for example, to change your weapon, you basically do this, and then you're grabbing the sword, which is awesome. But we don't have swords or guns in this game,
Yeah.
so
So he can do this like from the back.
he cannot because of this fact. We then realized that
gonna
if
do
we,
this.
yeah, but you're not even looking at it.
Oh, there's a river.
We kind of realized that if we put the chalk bag in, we're not able to like equalize the gameplay. So gameplay
okay.
becomes either fair or unfair, either for the touch users or for the gamepad users.
Yeah, that's interesting
I see.
detail.
So the shaking motion that you make for chalking is more or less like it's maybe a tiny bit of milliseconds off, but it's almost the same, like 99.9% same chalking time as
It's
with the normal
exhausting, seriously.
The
gamepad.
gameplay.
Yeah,
Okay.
gamepad chalking.
I need to do more workout.
That's interesting.
But the nice thing about the touch is really this: the hands are completely mapped to the touch. So in the game, whatever you do with the touch controller, it immediately shows in your hands in the game.
Okay.
Did I say that sentence properly? Well, yes,
But they got
you get it.
our point, I
Yeah.
think.
You can jump off to the nothingness and beyond too.
One.
Yeah, you can do it. Let me go to checkpoint.
Go there.
So,
Save point.
The thing about both touch
in
and
theory,
gamepad.
if I do,
Yeah. Whoa. What are you? Oh yes. You need to make like an arc kind of move. Are you?
no, I'm.
Oh no, you're out of tracker range. Take a step back. Take a step back. Don't worry, you're not gonna.
Yeah. You're
Okay.
safe.
Okay.
So I think I explained in the last show that the way we build up the sensors here in the streaming room, because if we have a big TV and stuff in front of us, it's not 100% either. You should have it like set up on your desk or in your home place or whatever, because it's really cramped with equipment here. That sometimes can lead to that kind of stuff.
Splat. Mad skills,
I'm gonna do
bro.
it again. Huh. Nah.
So there's this. The beautiful thing about touch is you can do all that stuff.
People saying on the chat RIP. Basti.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Sis.
For you, Basti.
Let me try a little bit more jumping. I will probably fail horribly. Wait, no. No. Another thing with touch, there's one thing, if your friend's over, right? I mean, if some of you guys might own a headset, you know that feeling that you have a friend over, he's watching, like, you put the headset on, he's playing, like, oh, that's amazing, but he's just sitting. And with touch, it becomes like this kind of a living room experience where people can watch you looking incredibly ridiculous. I like the glove, by the way. Looking incredibly ridiculous while, oh, look,
They're deer family.
there's a
Oh,
deer
yeah, the
family.
deer family.
Hi, deer family. Can I? He looked at me. So I gotta finish this level at some point, so I should keep going. Question, Onurhan.
Yes.
Like, would you always prefer to play with touch? Because I encounter myself, seeing myself that sometimes I just enjoy playing it still with gamepad, just like the relaxing kind of way or whatever, or being, you know what I mean? Or do you say like, for you, it's touch always?
I actually
like
like touch better. Just because it's one, it's a personal preference. Two, it's I'm from the generation that always wanted like real VR.
bumped
Don't
into
touch the
something.
walls, man. Take a step to the left.
Yes. Don't,
Yes. Now recenter.
Don't destroy
Always.
the room.
Always
Recenter.
recenter. If you move too much, if you feel like you're intersecting where you shouldn't be, always recenter. So I'm from the generation that always wanted like
Dear family, how's it going?
true VR with haptic controls, and we all have like, I'm also the nerd that goes to the Iron Man movie and sees this guy do all this stuff with like floating UI in front of him and whatnot. So I like touch. Any kind of motion controller, I'm a fan. I mean, who doesn't want to have a sword in his hand and like basically hack at things or basically?
I can tell you, it is kind of exhausting.
Yes, we had this.
Achievement unlocked. Oh, it's a,
You did
sorry,
climb for 30
3 bits.
minutes. You played before, you cheater.
that's true.
We had this
practice.
idea about leaving
God damn it.
leaving wrist weights, which are basically like 2 kilos of sand, so that we could actually so that some testers and designers and whoever
Really?
wanted could basically train while they're doing it, because it becomes
It's like true exercise.
it becomes a physical experience after a while.
I think I was here before, right?
No, you were at the other end.
Okay.
You need to keep you hit the helper button to find your way.
I know usually, like, I know this level inside out,
Yeah,
especially with the
you
controller,
know it
but
inside
since,
out.
now if you're, like, serious, if you're playing this very physical, it's a different way of experiencing everything.
Because this makes the climb as standing, like, playing experience.
Yes, this is definitely more satisfying, let's say, if you play it standing. You can still play with the touch sitting down. It's just
Wait.
if you move and whatnot, it's easier. And just so that people who are watching, who also play the game, you can jump around far more than Basti does, just because he's a couch potato. He doesn't do that.
Right.
And there's a hashtag.
No, just yes. Now pull yourself up. You're doing it too slow.
Sensor again.
You're probably out of range again, dude. Just
Cannot see where I'm standing.
just let go.
Let go. Let go.
Just let go. Now recenter and climb up. You need to do the
push on.
You need to do it like a exactly like a how is that called? Barfix move. You need to do this. Yeah, that becomes, for example, instead of a button press, that becomes you need to pull yourself up. And then we are working on a solution that tells you in the game if you are too far out of your previous center. So that will be there we go.
No, it's working.
That will work out.
Look around.
Chin 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 chin. Is the bell there? There should be a bell.
Yeah, it should be. There's always a bell, right?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I'm not punching a wall.
Will there be a demo at Gamescom? Yes, of course.
Yeah,
We are coming there with the full touch controller equipped. So if you
Yes.
want to try this, come to our booth, check the touch controller experience.
Exactly. We will also be there, so if you see me,
And
hook
me,
me up. And Bonnie, feel free to hook us up, have a chat with us. We're always happy to show you the game and talk with you guys. By the way, keep in mind, like, that's a general reminder. If you have, at one point, if the Oculus Touch is out and you have that device, you use the strap-ons here.
Yes.
Just for the case that, you know, we have all seen in the past the funny Wii nunchuk whatever videos on the internet.
People destroying their TVs is not a good experience.
No.
and people was asking, where do you place the second Rift tracker?
So both of the all right. So I'm not going to talk on behalf of Oculus, but we know that
I'm gonna cheat now.
cheat away.
you.
We know that once the touch is out, both the headset and the touch will be able to be tracked via the same tracker.
Okay.
But currently in the streaming room setup, both of the well, let's talk about it this way. About 50, 60 centimeters in front of Bastian, there's a TV. In front of the TV, there are the two trackers are in front of the TV, more or less separated by 60 centimeters apart from one another, looking at Bastian's mad skills. See, this is why, by the way,
Cool.
it's far better as a standing experience, because you can use your hips and your hands, and your reach is easier with the touch. But the reach is the same as when you would be using the gamepad. So the reach is the same.
Yeah, because I've heard this game is originally designed for gamepad, so most experience should be the same. But it,
Well, we didn't. The first implementation was with a gamepad because we knew that
Try
a
to get
gamepad was
competitive
going to be
here.
a must.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
we started really
Here
early
we
on designing for the touch
go.
anyway.
Looking around.
So all of this, you can
Woohoo!
also actually pull yourself up if you try. Yep.
Nah. I think if you're
Can you
hanging like
let-
this, you
let
should
that
do
go?
this, right?
There's a mastery move here that you can let go and jump, but he won't do that.
You want.
He shouldn't do that.
So there's one of the crazy QA stunts or what?
Not really.
I've seen some guys streaming the climb on hard mode or whatever, just jumping like crazy. It took them only some days to get really
Oh, yeah.
good.
It's a
I'm not. Oh, hi.
Another gnome.
Chipunk.
Oh wait.
Bye bye.
Poof.
I would say I'm
Running out of?
decent enough in this game to beat Bonnie for sure.
Are you sure?
Yes, sure.
How,
I'd say I'm a climb pro.
how long are you playing it right now? How far you're away to?
Nearly done. Look,
Nearly.
look. I'll give you a chance after Gamescom. Better prepare yourself.
Uh-huh.
Get some training.
You'd better be playing this game all the time, you two.
We are.
We do.
I know.
But will there be any disadvantage if my arm's like too short?
No, the same.
So try hard.
How can I explain this without? It's the same character basically.
Okay.
So the amount. So it goes this way. In gamepad, when you try to reach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good thing that thing fell finally. But in the gamepad, when you try to reach, your body reorients itself automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So you have
for
your
try
arm
right now.
distance and you have shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
which equals to I don't recall what the exact length is. So let's say 180 or whatever. But with the touch, your body doesn't align automatically.
Okay.
You move it, but it's still the same body. That's the
Okay.
difference. Oh, you're done finally!
Finally, how long?
After a million years, the man climbed.
Basti is waving at the wall.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Woo!
Oh man, I like that background.
Yeah.
Put your hand up.
It does look like, well, very real, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
I need a serious break.
Yes, I think so. I think you've been playing
I think
quite a while.
the climb is great as an esport because that's the next level, right? You had to get really good in the game. Also, you have to get physically fit, and I'm
It was
surely
so
not.
serious. The declaration of the century. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you got the VR.
Your face.
Yeah, you got the VR face.
Ah.
Nice.
So don't make a close
Can
up
we
of that.
can
Like,
can we
don't do
can
a
we
close
can we
up.
see your score?
My score, sure.
I mean,
Yeah. How long did it
Well,
take?
it was probably horribly, right?
recenter. It's almost 40,000.
Is it good?
What is my time? I don't want to rewind.
I'm not gonna break his heart.
Okay.
Don't break my heart.
No, just keep continue and then you will see your time. 16 minutes. It's
That's
not too bad.
right? Like seriously? Like seriously?
It's really
I
good.
love that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's actually very nice.
Because
We-
if you're like exactly you
You
at your
don't-
desk or whatever,
Yeah.
your touch controller is lying on your desk. You just want to like put on the headset, playing a little bit the climb or whatever. Especially the climb because that is the climb feature. But I think everyone can use it.
I have to give it to Rio, who was here last time, right? Last week. He came up with that idea. It's a great idea. So you put
Rio
on,
was that?
yeah, you put on
Oh.
the headset and then you're like, oh, where are my touch controllers? And well, they're actually there, so
There's
you
a
can reach
position
and
there.
yeah, lean over and take it.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's great. Yeah, but that's the great stuff about VR. I think I talked about this last time. Like, there's so much room for great ideas for developers. Just like, hey, how if we implement that stuff, right? Use a tracker to actually show your device. And you're like, yeah, let's try it. Because in VR, which is somewhat different to classic game design, if you're doing like just, let's say, a first-person shooter or whatever, where all the parts of the game mechanics are set in stone, a lot of it at least. You have not so much room to research, develop new stuff, to have like new ideas, whatever. because there's so many games and stuff out there before you, which realized, okay, this stuff is working, this is not working.
Yeah.
But with VR, you're at the forefront. You're basically the one who decides, okay, there's so much stuff, so much room for new ideas, and we will be the one. So that counts for every VR developer. You might be the one developing the new feature and your new stuff, which will become like a kind of a gold standard for games in VR at some point.
Yeah, true. I agree with that. The beautiful thing about VR is it's a new set of rules that nobody necessarily completely defined yet. Like for motion, we know this is a climbing game.
Yeah.
Your motion is limited, let's say, in relation to a typical FPS where you can do a whole bunch of things. You can fall, you can slide, you can vault over objects. You can do all of that stuff, and it won't give you any sickness per se. Although there are still some people, when you give them a Twitch shooter from like the early days, like you give them Quake 3 Arena, some people will go like, ugh, because of the field of view changes, because the speed at which you move it changes. But in VR, it's basically you discover all the time. But what happens is testing becomes a completely different thing. Like I need to make sure to test it with someone like you, who is a hardcore gamer, who has VR experience, who is about, how tall are you or how short are you?
183 centimeters.
183, and then I have to do the exact same testing with Bonnie, who is not as much a hardcore gamer because she's less nerdy, thank God. And then who is
Shorter.
some VR experience and who is
Basti.
shorter.
You're just covering us in the camera.
I'm covering you in the camera.
Yes. But
Yes.
anyway.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of it's a bunch of things that you have to take into consideration, keeping in mind that the flight book isn't fully written. So people will say, for example, walking in VR is problematic. It makes you sick. Well, if you do it wrong, of course, it's going to make you sick. Different people have different words for it: simulator sickness, discomfort, blah. But you need to know how to make it happen.
I just saw that we didn't have in-game audio till now, but in next session we should have
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
In-game audio. Sorry
Thanks
for
for
that
letting us know.
inconvenience.
Yeah, it's good.
And people are asking, like, how does it feel using touch controller? Is like super tiring now? Like, how you feel?
How do I look like? I mean, keep in mind, guys, we have like proper studio lights and whatever here in this room, so it is very hot in this room anyway.
Interesting.
It is
It's because of you.
exhausting. Huh?
It's because of you.
It's because of me. It is exhausting, but also you decide your own pace. Like if you want to be like
Oh, yeah.
very,
That's
very
true.
competitive, very fast, whatever, you have to move very, very, very fast to get a good score, right? If you're just enjoying it, hanging around the rock face, whatever, then it's fine. But
Yeah.
you decide, like a sports game, whatever, like a real sports experience, you decide your own pace and how much energy you put into it, and that's kind of great.
I mean, that's why we put the truth mode. So, for example, we said, okay, this is a racing game, but we have beautiful surroundings, beautiful environment. How do we put them together?
Yeah.
Because we also realized hardcore gamers go, I'm gonna race to the top. Other people who just want to enjoy the climbing experience itself, they say, I don't want to race. I don't care about racing. I want to look around. So we have the tourist mode for it. It also goes this way too. Hardcore gamer who wants to break his or her own record, or who wants to challenge friends and break their record as well, they do race. But after you do it a number of times, you realize, okay, wait, there are secret paths in the climbs. These people should be telling you that there are secret paths in the climbs with like Easter eggs and whatnot. There are tons of them.
Did you say there are Easter eggs in that game?
No. So
That's what he said.
it goes like, okay, so this time I'm just gonna try to find my way around it, but I don't want to deal with my stamina or my score anymore. So they have tourist mode. It's the same goes for touch. So you want to work out without worrying about your score? Well, put on the sand weights and then just basically climb away
To be honest, I need to
at
get
your
that.
pace.
I like the idea so much to like get the sand weights or whatever on your wrist and then
we have them hidden somewhere in our area. So if you stop by, maybe, if you've been a
Really?
good boy, we can do it.
But that would mean I get sweaty in your area. I have no.
No,
I'm
no,
not
you
sure if
play it. You play it at your desk. You play it here.
Okay,
This-
okay. I played in
this
the
is
streaming
awesome.
room.
Turn on
my
the
own.
lights. Turn on the lights.
Get some 80s pop music on.
Yes, exactly. Oh
Um,
no.
So guys, if you have any questions, whatever, feel free to ask. So we will soon start the second play session with Onurhan, showing off his amazing skills. Do not disappoint us, Onurhan.
At which point
Please.
I say, hey, I'm just a producer, so you know.
I actually don't play games.
it's
I
very
just
busy.
Just
so I don't-
produce video games. So if you have any questions, feel free. If it's touch related, client related, VR development related, I mean, you have a producer sitting here, so someone who knows for sure more stuff than we do. Feel free
There's
to
a
ask.
one kind of
There is
question.
a kind of question.
not related to any touch, but
It's related to me.
Ruth Picat
It's
asks,
actually related to
Onurhan,
me.
is your t-shirt a mandala? Can
Is it
I
a mandala,
color
Onurhan?
it in?
Color it in?
Yeah. Can he color?
You know what you can do with mandalas, like getting some
Yeah, but
crayons
this is
or
just a.
alcohol.
I don't know.
whatever
I don't think
color
it's a
pens.
mandala. I mean, it's a.
He
It looks
doesn't
like
know.
a mandala, though.
I don't know.
He has no idea.
He has no idea.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm just a producer. I
disappointed.
don't know much.
And like the moving, because you move arms really fast and gives you like different speed. Does it make you feel sick? Like a motion
Did it make you
sickness?
feel sick?
No, absolutely not. Like I.
Well, the
I-
thing is,
Go ahead.
you go ahead. No, please.
So I encounter in some games motion sickness. I'm not. I think I'm the standard kind of player who usually never experience motion sickness in 2D games on a 2D screen, but sometimes in VR games. But the feeling of physicality when playing with touch and the climb, because it's the only game I've ever played with touch, right, gives me some sense of like I'm there with my physical body, whatever, which gives me more confidence being in the room. So I'd never like I'd sometimes sense of vertigo when playing the climb with the gamepad.
That's
The problem is
supposed to happen, though.
yeah, I don't have that with touch though, but I've never experienced motion sickness with the climb anyway, so I have no real comparison.
So let me add to that.
Mhm.
The idea is this: you initiate the move yourself. You are initiating it. So your brain, and because you, which is also one of the reasons we don't have arms or a body in the game, your brain, the human brain is something that is great. So basically, as it basically hides your nose, which is in front of your face all the time, in the game. I have a nose, and then your body, because we designed the body to be approximately relatable to every body. Your brain basically says, okay, if my hands are here, my arms should be here, and my body should be around here, and you are initiating the move. So your brain fills in the blanks.
That makes sense. I
So
think. Yeah,
you
yeah.
initiate the move. So plus you never move, and your arm reach is more or less the same idea as well. So you should never experience any simulator sickness unless the typical VR rule is if you're underperforming and if you're doing something that your brain isn't buying into, then yes, you're likely to experience the nausea, let's say.
Yeah.
But not in this one because you are doing the motion.
And because I've never this feeling of, let's say, this uncanny valley effect that my brain told me, wait, that's not possible, whatever. So I was absolutely believing I was climbing. There was not like a single grip I was making where I had the feeling of like, wait a second. I mean, yes,
Yes.
obviously I would never be able to pull that off in real life. That's for sure. But
Well-
it absolutely works. Like the sense of that it's actually mapping where your arms are, how long they are, and stuff like this. It's really, really, really native feeling.
It works out.
It's intuitive.
It's one of the reasons why we removed arms is also this reason. So you're 180, you are shorter.
Just shorter.
Shorter.
fine.
It's not a loss for you. He doesn't fit into economy class.
I'm okay.
You do, so you're fine.
I'm
It's your
average.
problem. But
I believe
I'm
I'm-
German average, I believe.
if I put
I
no,
believe I'm Korean average. Not sure. I'm just saying.
okay,
Go for it.
okay. So if I gave you arms
Mhm.
or a body of any sort, if you're physically taller than that body, then your in-game representation is smaller to you, smaller than what your brain is used
Yeah.
to. So everything looks gigantic to you. Everything looks like you're basically like one of the gnomes on that huge mountain.
Yeah.
If you're Bonnie, and if I gave you an in-game body that is more or less your size, then she will feel like a giant, so it will feel unreal. It's one of the reasons why a lot of VR applications right now, a lot of the good ones, don't necessarily give you a body, but they give you a point of reference. In the climb,
that's interesting. Yeah.
it's the hands. In the climb, it's the hands. If we were making a shooting game, it would have been hands holding a weapon or some sort of a thing. That's why some sort of another reference. That's why, for example, cockpit games are a good fit for VR because you're in the cockpit, so you always have a reference. So even if you do this in the cockpit, you know where the end of the cockpit is. You know how you're situated within the cockpit. So whatever you're doing in the cockpit, there are some awesome space shooting games, which I guess I cannot name or whatever. But because you're in the cockpit, the nausea effect is minimized, but you may be doing whatever you want with the actual vehicle you're driving. You're riding, flying, swimming, climbing.
Good stuff. While we continue answering questions, if you guys want to have a chat, have any questions, whatever, how about, Onurhan,
What do I
you
do?
show off some skills? I want to see you, the producer of the
Yeah.
game, playing the Climb with Oculus
Hit me.
Touch. Also, if you look, come a little bit closer to me. Yeah.
Yes.
Take a step back.
You got a gigantic head.
Thank you.
No, this is seriously a problem right now.
It's a problem.
Uh-huh.
Big brain has to fill in there. Exactly. Just take a step back. Take a step back. Take a step. No.
We
no
did
more.
not
I give you one controller.
do things to you, so
There's a hashtag Gornahan.
Go Onurhan. Hashtag.
Gornahan.
Go Onurhan.
you see how I see them in the game? It's awesome.
I'm
so
gonna
let's-
touch you for a second.
Let's Gornahan.
Totally not gonna prank you.
What do you want me to climb?
Sure.
Wherever
I mean, you're pretty
you
good in
want
that
to.
game, right? Give us medium, at least.
Let's go.
I'm so exhausted.
There's also this thing that we did when we first did the touch implementation, which is basically going to be, I'm going to be able to show it now. So here are my hands.
Yeah.
People were like going the disc jockey thing, scratching, and then when you press on them, you kind of have the grab thing going on. So people wanted to.
Okay.
I really would like to make a boxing game out of it.
So, but we had no like serious injuries in the office while producing the game, aka working on the touch support, right? No one was hurt during
Did-
development.
I don't remember. But if they are, if it's a bad day, they know well enough not to let me know that somebody hurt themselves. No, but
Okay.
seriously, it didn't.
I remember I hit the monitor once when I played with that touch controller.
Yes, and everyone jumped behind cover.
my god.
Yes, I
that was
like,
apparently
doing
funny because people were hiding under their desk.
this. And
You realize that they were so terrified of you.
next time, again.
I cannot do this.
So, okay, question.
I
so-
am jinxed
Why you can't do this? What's wrong?
because
Focus.
I haven't played with the
Focus,
touch for a
Onurhan.
while.
Focus.
Don't disappoint us. We believe in you.
Yes.
You can do it.
But that eye looks really works well. That
And don't
big
let us
eye.
distract you, Onurhan. We
Disappointment.
give him 5 more minutes. If
You-
not, we're putting him from the stage.
Okay.
Pulling me from the stage.
So, Cracktastic. Okay, question. Is there anything involved with fatigue or stamina to possibly making you fall or not to be able to grab onto ledges or grasp on anything? Yes.
So what? What's the question?
He asked if there's something like a stamina mechanic
Yes.
in the game.
Would you like to explain that, or shall I just
I
show right now? Like,
Concentrate, because I promised everyone that you're pretty good at this game, so please go
Yeah.
ahead.
dude, why are you?
Focus.
Why do you bet on something
So
that?
what you can currently see on stream, dude, is below the hands, there's like a blue band, right? That is the so-called stamina band. If you hold on only with one hand, yeah, it drains. If it drains completely, you're basically so exhausted that you fall. Also, stuff like jumping or whatever, depletes your stamina faster. The chalking mechanic in the game helps you to give you a little bit stamina boost to let you hold on longer. And if you hold on with 2 hands at the same time,
It's a crumbly.
you replenish your stamina bar.
Let's go.
Hand clipping when grabbing.
Yes.
That can sometimes happen, but you need to keep in mind, as I said, this is especially for you guys on TV, really hard to see. Take a step back, Onurhan.
Take a step back. Yes.
For you guys, it's really hard to see in TV. This studio
Shocking.
is relatively small, so behind the camera, there's a lot of tech, there are a lot of PCs and stuff. So the actual area we're sitting here is pretty small. So
Pretty
the
small, yeah.
sensors are not aligned properly. If you have any kind of issues with clipping, whatever, or glitching, if you so will, I think clipping is the correct term. Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
getting into it.
Yeah, you are getting back to track.
Just press the select button to recenter your camera. Also about the small room, I think the studio lights are like
That was
20
overkill.
centimeters
Right next to
right next to him.
where it's playing, yeah.
So it's getting like 60 degrees Celsius soon for him. Have fun, enjoy. Making fun
Yeah.
of me playing the game, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see my friends playing this game with a hangover.
Oh man, VR. I mean, there will come a day when
That will hurt a
VR
lot.
games will amount to some very funny
Yes.
drunken party games.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would advise, like, it's a hangover game if you just want that they have like a proper headache. Maybe.
Um,
I wouldn't advise to play this game or VR games in general when you're drunk.
Yes,
No.
we wouldn't advise getting drunk either, but if you can, if you can help it, always VR with a full stomach.
Didn't he say like he's kind of getting better, or he?
Oh, that's trash talk. Oh,
He's getting
look
there.
at me.
He just needs to get back in shape. Right, exactly.
Doom, 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 doom,
Dun,
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 dun.
dun.
doom, doom, doom.
Give us your eye of the tiger, Onurhan.
Doom.
I'll give you an eye.
Actual music, so I'm
We need
just
to
playing it.
put some eye of the tiger with some tiger eye stickers on the Oculus Rift.
Mhm.
How about that?
Next time.
Just remember hashtag don't punch the wall. I think that happened
Yeah.
to me before, right?
Yeah.
Am I punching the wall?
No, it's for Basti. It's a new hashtag. Don't punch the wall.
Is it here?
Somewhere, yeah, there.
Spatial awareness.
Also from Cracktastic. I love your name, by the way. It's really
Cracktastic.
cool. Cracktastic66 would we wish to have like a ragdoll effect when falling. So
No. The ragdoll would imply that your head is turning wherever, basically, and that would make you very sick.
very sick.
Very.
Also, there's a reason why, especially when falling, that we fade out the gameplay after a couple of seconds.
Yes, it's the same reason why if you're watching a very scary movie, you have a tendency to close your eyes a bit and miss the fun. It's to
Oh, there's that.
minimize the amount of psychological input you have on your senses.
So, Byron, about your question. I think there was in chat before, someone had said last, like, are we only focusing on VR games right now? I'm not sure if he meant the Twitch stream, but in general, like, we're heavily invested into VR, right? We have an engine which supports VR in a great way.
Yeah, for the
Yes.
development, yeah.
Yeah, we have like great AAA titles, which is quite a commitment for a company, but that doesn't mean that we're only making VR games. I
Not
think
at
surely, with every future game, we would think about would that also work in VR. But we have currently non-VR games running. We're also developing other non-VR games. So,
Ah.
what?
Keep your eyes on.
What?
No, not for you.
So, but I think it's safe to say that with every future game, there might be VR support if we think that this would add something to the game. I think we wouldn't like just tack on VR mode or make a VR game which apparently that would not work like properly into VR.
As a producer, I approve of this message. I have to say.
I think that's good for me, right?
Yeah. I mean, Crytek is also known for
We will
like,
talk
really
about this
good
off the air, though.
quality of visuals, and VR really like enables us to realize that. So.
Well, the thing is, the need for visual fidelity, if you want to do anything that is kind of realistic in VR, aligns perfectly with what Crytek can do.
Yes.
Yes.
So, and we have coupled this basically for the Climb and for other projects that are upcoming with the fact that we're doing games that Crytek had never done before. So a new medium, a whole bunch of new games, it works. Let's go. That didn't work.
Look, I mean, I know that feeling. I know that feeling very well. You're not the youngest anymore, so if you need a break for like a minute or so, just let me know. That's fine. Don't feel embarrassed about that or whatever.
I'm gonna bench press your family.
Can you add
It's
me
not that
then?
I'm tired, it's just
kind of threatening.
ah crap.
My whole family.
I can be on the top.
Just
like
your
a
closest.
cherry, cherry on the top. I can be on the top. No.
So I bench press his family and you.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, he said.
So I
With
get
the powers
feeling-
of the mandala.
powers of the mandala. I get the feeling that because of my cockiness, we have not only like the beef with you going on. We might also have like Onurhan having an Onurhan challenge in future. And
Did I hit something
that
here?
sounds like a
Not
whole
yet.
Crytek competition. We should get some YouTubers and other guys on board.
Yes.
To do what? Wait, am I
Have a
bench
competition.
pressing more than
Competition.
Having a competition going,
competitor?
like at the Climb tournament,
Mhm.
and then get Baptiste in there,
No, no.
and we'll just wreck everyone.
Yes, exactly.
Have you explained who the Baptiste is?
No, it's a secret.
I did hit
Secret.
something this
Wow,
time.
that was amazing.
I did.
Hold on. Keep in mind, guys, what he's playing right now is Canyon Medium. So, ouch.
Ow.
I can, for everyone who have never like played the Climb, I can tell you that there's a significant difference between easy and medium, and even medium and hard, and then bouldering. So, the different maps, the different difficulty settings, that makes a difference. So that I think that is under 60 minutes probably. No, you have to, yeah.
Oh, man.
Crumbling red.
So that
Oh, look.
Oh, there's something.
Is that
What is
the
it?
UFO?
Do we want?
So if you collect X amount of these in this map, dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Absolutely nothing is gonna happen, right?
Absolutely nothing is gonna happen except I can't find. Okay. Absolutely nothing will happen. That's not ever gonna change everything in your game.
And you're
Ever.
totally not gonna doing a YouTube video or clip on Twitter and mention the Climb game, right? You're not gonna do this.
Who, me?
No, the community
I'm not
out
gonna do
there.
it. Oh, okay.
Oi.
Ah.
Oh. Crumbling red.
Because that wouldn't be totally cool
Oh yes.
if you would do that.
Oh, my score sucks.
Hello, Pili 1982.
So yeah, but Canyon Medium is way harder than Canyon Easy, as an example. That is a difference. And there are like,
America.
the American fighters, flying fighters, pilots.
Flying fighters, pilots.
But it looks awesome. I think they continue to cycle around the platform, right?
Oh look, it looks like I'm strumming a guitar.
Onan is having fun with it.
Yeah, I've done too much VR.
Yeah.
Ooh, come to me. No. Like it would be kind of awesome if you could just.
Oh.
Nice.
But that wiggling, especially that doing that with your hands, whatever, is super funny. I like that stuff.
Oh, shaking is disabled. Let's next it up.
So.
10 minutes.
Wow.
Although
Wow.
my score really
That does not matter. It took me 16. We're only counting time here
Oh, okay. Well,
because my
oh,
I do not even want to start talking about flow score. You made fun of me, right? That is the payback, dude. Come, have a break. You're an old man.
I'm an old man. Get me some water. No, we don't have that, do we? Oh, what? Wait, I
Water.
found some water.
Yeah.
Whose
Yeah.
water is
Fine.
this?
I think it's mine.
But you
That
can
is
have
fine.
Nah.
You can have it.
It's
Hygiene issue.
No, not at all. Oh, man.
So yeah, it is exhausting. Also having like several
Maybe you
studio
can move
lights
it a little
pointing
bit.
Oh, yes.
at your body
With my sweaty
is
self. Hello.
And then mine
kind of rough.
is gone.
So while I think we're coming to near to an end of the show, and I want you, Onurhan,
Yes.
to give you the chance to talk a little bit more about video game production, especially in regards of VR. Maybe ask people, give people the chance to ask questions, because I think it's kind of rare the chance to have a chat and get some insights from a video game producer, who especially is heavily invested into VR. I know that some folks out there might use different engines, even like CryEngine fans out there love to get some tiny bits and details from your experience regarding VR development. While I check out some
Which part of the demo? Okay.
what-
One.
whatever is
I'll
cool.
I'll go a stream of consciousness.
Perfect.
Try out everything you can think of. Make sure that whatever you're trying out, prototyping. Make sure that whatever you're trying leads to being fun for the player, and make sure that you expose all the capabilities of what you're trying to achieve, so that you can customize it. Any coder or the internets will tell you, like, if you want to make your character run, or if you want to have a map of some sort, these are the primary factors that you should be customizing. So customize it for it. The uncanny valley, what you said about the uncanny valley is completely true. So if you want to make it realistic, it should be realistic, or it should be extremely unrealistic. Because if you're stuck in the middle, which is a wider range of the spectrum, something feels off, so people can never get immersed to it. And the keyword is immersion. Whatever you're doing, you need to be immersed. VR enables you to do that. Like, I'm a hardcore gamer. I love all kinds of like open world games, or like shooters and whatnot. But the level of immersion between the game that you truly love and a VR game that you truly love is huge. Because in VR, you can actually pick this up, look at it from different angles. If you have haptics like the touch controller, you can basically probably turn it around and then do something with it. I'll give you one thing that is extremely fun to do in VR, which is not made into a game yet. I'm not sure if any other game is using it with any kind of touch controller or haptic controllers. It's a Rubik's Cube, or it's making Legos in VR, if you know what I mean. All that stuff is a lot of fun. If you want to make a game in VR, there's the first thing you need to decide is, am I going to make this a third-person game? Am I going to make it a first-person game? So Crytek's pedigree is first-person, so that's why we just bannered it first-person. If it's a third-person game, you need to decide on what you're going to do with the headset. What is the headset going to be doing? Is it going to be a static camera? Is it going to be something else? If it's first-person, then how do I make sure that people are not suffering from nausea while they are using it? Because first-person makes you able to move within the XYZ axis, whereas in traditional gaming, you usually end up moving forward, backward, and jump and down. Because I'm a shooter guy, that's all I do.
You're not strafing.
Man, strafing is for cowards.
Aw.
You go at it. You're like, come at me, bro.
How about next time we're playing some Quake off stream?
No.
No.
No Quake, no more Quake. I'm not 20 years old anymore, unlike you. Or it's not 1996. No. It's I like slower pace shooters. Let's say.
I know that feeling. I know that.
I know that feeling. I'm old. I have more hair than
I'm
he
sitting
does.
here
but I'm
with
old.
very old guys.
Oh, shots fired. You know that was.
You deserved it.
I think no one deserves thin hair.
Yeah.
Nobody. Maybe there's some like really, really evil, bad person. on
That's
this
what
planet
people who deserve think.
deserving thin hair, getting bald, right? But I don't think that I count as an evil person who should suffer.
You are
this.
you are the manliest of us all. So no, it's just me being jealous of your.
And
of-
I'm
of
jealous
you.
of your beard, to be
Of you.
honest.
Huh?
Only
I'm jealous
beer.
of your beard. Not the hair also, but there's a wound. That's my Achilles spot, you know.
We
It's-
can make Onurhan wig and put that onto you.
What? Move my beard onto him.
And with hair as well.
If you want, yeah, I'll sell it to you.
This is getting to an awkward, like, we should probably. Are there
Yeah.
any more questions in chat?
Yes, please. Please ask something. Ask something that makes sense.
Let me see. No.
So,
But there are a lot of
That's
like
not helping.
heads. What's the heads?
what a lot of detailed
It's
information from
emoji.
Onan, though.
It's very new to you.
It's these
So
things with
should
the
I-
young people.
Like, off stream, I will explain to you how, like, stuff like chat works, emojicons,
Yeah.
Twitch.
Emoticons.
You know we had like
Emoticons,
a
is it
show,
like
right? That was live.
Like
live in the
yeah,
internet.
I get that, and I do understand this is gonna live forever on the internet.
Exactly.
I don't know the amounts of regrets perhaps that'll happen, or like yes, let's do it again because it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
Like usually 5 minutes after a show, I'm like, oh my god, that was horrible. But one day later, my brain
think-
usually starts to.
I think this was good except the hair and the beard part. I have to say, I mean, I'm gonna have to talk to HR after
Ah,
this.
there's a question.
Yes.
Hapexi. What is the single most important factor for immersion in VR? Single most important?
You want to take it? You know this.
Most important part of immersion.
It's
The one and only, the number one rule set in stone. I don't know. What is the number one rule? 90 FPS. High FPS rate, stable FPS rate.
and don't
No
be.
texture popping.
No what?
Texture popping, geometry popping and stuff. Everything has to be seamless.
Wasn't
I
there
got
like
one
only
more.
one single?
I got no. It never is a single thing.
It's
Like
like a
what makes a good
yeah.
pizza? You can't have just good pizza just with the dough,
That's true.
can you?
And cheese, yeah. Don't cheese. Can,
No, but dough and cheese. Dough and cheese.
Yeah.
And some
Some green.
tomato sauce.
Fill us in on it.
Pesto. So one thing that a lot of people tend to forget about being immersed in any environment is actually audio. You have to have
Yeah.
you have to have good directional audio when something happens. Like, oh, what is that? And then you have to know. It helps. It is basically for me. I know a lot of my colleagues who are watching this right now are gonna get mad at me, but for me, audio is one of the most important immersive factors. Performance, audio, visuals have to put you into place. Try to imagine any movie or any game you have ever watched or played without audio,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Absolutely. And that's one thing you can see like in Twitch or on videos, whatever. But that is also one thing you have to experience.
Yes.
So if you are in Cologne next week,
Cologne.
we will have really, really, really cool Crytek VR booth
Yes.
in
Yes.
Köln,
Cologne.
home of Köln.
Please make a decision about how it's pronounced. Thank you.
At Gamescom 2016. So if you're in Germany, if you're visiting the convention, please stop by, say hello, because it's your chance, especially if you have never ever the chance to actually use an HMD, have a VR experience, you can do it. At our
Yes.
booth, stop by.
Even
Oh.
with
Also,
touch.
I have one more thing.
with touch.
Please come over and I challenge anyone who can steal Bastian's hat that I will give them a free climb copy. So if you steal Basti's hat, this is good. This is gonna be gold.
I don't
Steal-
have a hat on right now, but usually, guys, I have.
Yes,
So
he
this
usually
is-
has one hat on his head, and then probably now that he knows this, he will have spares. So whatever Bastian Tun hat you will be able to steal, tweet it to Bonnie or to the climb account.
To the climb
Maybe
account.
hashtag.
Wait a sec.
Let's
What?
put a special hashtag on
Well,
that.
you do whatever the brand manager says in this
Onurhan.
case. I don't know that. No,
Okay.
I don't want to be a hashtag. Put it.
Don't steal my cap, seriously. Be nice to me. You can always come to me.
Maybe
Have a
Basti
chat with
cap.
me.
Basti cap.
We have some fun.
Yes, this is awesome.
Put hashtag Basti cap with a picture
I
of
think
Basti
we have
head.
to cut their audio off.
His boss
Could we
is
turn
gonna
off
be
the
massively
second
pissed at me.
camera right now, please?
Too late.
So, next week Gamescom, your chance to get your hands on Oculus Touch and the Climb. Just come to our booth. Also, your chance to play our upcoming PlayStation VR title, Robin on the Journey.
No, Robinson.
Robinson.
The journey,
journey.
not
The
Robin
journey.
on the
Whatever,
journey.
you know what I mean. Our upcoming game for PSVR, which is incredible. It's a somehow different experience, but your chance to play that.
Both of them.
I'm
Yes.
super excited. I will be there from Wednesday to Sunday. You guys, some days.
I'll be.
Wednesday, Thursday.
I am shut in, behind closed doors. So
So
I will stop
you
by.
won't probably have a chance to see
Oh, he
Onurhan.
will come by.
But he will stop by once in a while. I will be there. So
I will steal his hat.
And the get the climb
what
puppy.
have I done? Like seriously, this has to stop. This has to. See you next time. In the next show episode
Yes.
after Gamescom.
After
We,
the
we,
Gamescom.
we need to have a talk.
we will have words.
Yeah.
Words.
And I will count how many hats he's missing from Gamescom.
You guys actually may need to like
yeah,
give
I
him
will
like
give
10
him
hats or something.
Spare,
Yeah.
spare
Bye.
Exactly.
Bye.
Shut
Leave it.
Turn it off. Kill it.